Hello, Pocono Mountain East High School. It is time to start scheduling classes for next year. You have many options for elective courses. Check out this video to help you choose the best electives for you.
Hello, my friends. Greetings. Hope you are indeed celebrating life and practicing acts of kindness every day. I am Mr. Rockanover, and I teach English here at our wonderful Pocono Mountain East High School. And I'm here to show you an exciting elective for next year. Now, have you ever thought, what are the best elective classes in high school? Well, take a break from all that reading you're doing and let me paint you a beautiful picture. There are opinions everywhere. And if you color your life with opinions, then Media Critic is for you. And you know what? You're not alone. Everyone's a critic. Yes, it's true. Everyone's a critic. That's why Media Critic is such a popular elective. You see, we live in a world dominated by visual media. In Media Critic, we view, discuss, and write about movies, television, and commercial advertising. How media has changed throughout the ages. How motion pictures changed our world. The best movies in the past 100 years. The greatest directors of all time. Short films that leave you speechless. The finest animated films. Documentary films that inspire. The impact of Rotten Tomatoes. Television as the world's most powerful medium. Your first memories of television. The 100 greatest TV shows of all time. Name these 30 classic TV shows. Why are some sitcoms better than others? Mass media and public opinion. The power of social media. Commercials and their marketing impact. The world's best TV commercials. Advertising's image of women. The best Super Bowl commercials. If you have an opinion on any of these, then you should be a media critic. So, if you want to be the director of your own life, if you want to make some magic happen, it's time to make a decision. It's time to make a move. It's time for lights, camera, action. Choose Media Critic as your next elective. Hey, this has been fun. Thank you for your time, and please pass the popcorn.
Calling all juniors, did you know that there's an alternative to taking 12th grade phys ed next year? Yep. All you have to do is sign up for Lifeguarding 12 when you sign up for your scheduling. Okay? And then remember, everyone else, anybody can take lifeguarding that wants to between 9 and 12 as an elective. But the 11th graders have that special opportunity to sign up and take it as their phys ed class in 12th grade. And then you get to come here and have a fun swimming class with me. All right, I hope to see everybody then. And remember, if you get certified in lifeguarding here, there's always lots of jobs, and I have lots of connections to all of the developments in the area to hook you guys up for the summer. So, I hope to see you next year. Bye. Have you ever felt left out because you just didn't know how to swim? I can teach you. Sign up for Learn to Swim when it's time for scheduling. Sign up for aquatic sport and fitness.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Baldoff, and I would love to share with you some classes I teach here in the Mac Lab. While I can't go over everything and all of them, I do want to share with you 4 of my favorites. One of the courses I want to talk about is 2D animation, where we use Adobe Animate to create some great backgrounds and actually make your things move. So these are just some little examples. You do not have to be an artist. This is all done digitally. And you get to be creative with your characters too. Another class that I love to teach is graphic design. It's one of my favorites. We use Adobe Illustrator for this course, and you get to make your personal logos, something that represents you. And again, you get to be creative with this. We create other things such as the chef. This is what you're given, and then what you come up with is where your creativity comes in. We end the course by creating a children's book. We illustrate everything in the children's book. We take a long time to do it, but it always comes out so great. And again, you do not need to be any kind of an artist to do this course. You are taught everything from scratch. This is one of my favorites, which is the self-portrait. This is Ramraj from not too long ago, and this was featured in the Hyped magazine. Some other things that students have done from this class is the yearbook design one year. Something was published once, and this week in the Poconos from something from graphic design. Next is digital advertising, which is Adobe Photoshop. We use brushes. Again, you don't need to be an artist. We take images of vegetables and fruit and candy and make them into an object. You learn how to redo old photos. We use some typography in that class. Even learn how to put yourself into an animal so you can recognize yourself in some animal. You'll learn how to be a vampire. It's all just really illusions that you're creating. How to be a superhero, turn yourself into a superhero by night. And this is Chelsea Casares, who was one of my students who went on to Las Vegas and was hired by Circus Olay. Very cool. Video production, we use Final Cut Pro, and this is an example. There are many students that left Pocono Mountain having taken some of these courses and made them their life. These 2 in particular work in Nashville and Boston, and it's exciting. You just never know where some of these courses may lead you. If you have any other questions, please feel free to email me your questions, and I look forward to seeing you.
I was born by the river.
Hello, East High School. This is Mr. Holler coming at you from the soon-to-be renovated fitness room at East High School to talk to you a little bit about our strength and conditioning elective. Strength and conditioning is one of 12 electives that we offer in health and phys ed, and there are 4 sections of it, section 1, 2, 3, and 4. Everybody starts out in Strength and Conditioning 1, and as you complete it, you can then progress to levels 2, 3, and 4. Now, I mentioned earlier that this room is going to be renovated. When you come back in the fall of 2021, we're going to have a brand new state-of-the-art fitness room. The walls are going to be completely painted. The rubber floor, which is now green, will be replaced with a new rubber floor. We're going to have built-in speakers so we can listen to music. We're going to have 55-inch screens on the wall, and we're going to have new weights and weight benches, some new bikes. It's going to be completely new. So it's going to be a great place to have class. Now, why might you choose strength and conditioning? A few different reasons. Maybe you're looking for sport-specific workouts so you can improve upon your chosen sport, whether that be wrestling, track and field, cross country, basketball, swimming, and you want to get an extra workout, then strength and conditioning might be for you. Maybe you have personal fitness goals that you want to attain, then this course would be for you. Maybe you just want to have a little bit more energy to get through the day, to feel better about yourself, to reduce your stress, then this course would be for you. Most of our courses time will be spent in this weight room. We do go outside up to the track to get on the track and do some bleacher workouts, to do some different workouts on the track, or just to enjoy the nice weather, because that's all part of conditioning as well. So if you're looking for an elective for the 2021 school year and you want to feel better about yourself, you want to stay active, you want to be in a brand new facility, choose strength and conditioning 1, 2, 3, or 4, and we'll see you in the fall.
It is almost time for you to pick out your electives for next year, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about Writers Workshop 1 and 2. I'm Mrs. Peterson, and I teach both of these half-year courses. Writers Workshop 1 is an intro course, and Writers Workshop 2 is a more advanced course. Together, we'll work on a lot of different writing techniques and polish your writing for both creative writing and writing in all aspects of your life. This class is a really good class for kids, for different kinds of kids, for kids that really enjoy writing and maybe want to make writing part of their career and something they do on their own, or kids that just write for themselves on their own. It's fantastic for those kids. But it's also really good for you if you're someone that just really enjoys doing those creative writing activities in ELA. And it's also good for you if you're someone that just wants to polish your writing skills. We write to a variety of prompts. We do journal writes. I will provide picture prompts for you. We'll look at what writers do. We'll look at different poets and different spoken word artists, and we'll try to take these techniques that we're gleaning from different places and use them to strengthen our own work. We do a lot of different projects together. This is an example of a blackout poem where we take an existing piece of literature and use some artwork to create a new piece of writing. We do various prompts, like this is a word pull prompt. People will have time each week to be working on the activities that we're doing together. So maybe we're doing an activity where we are developing characters, or we're trying to work on using alliteration in poetry, or maybe we are trying to write fairy tales that week. But there'll always be time for you to work on your own things. I've had years where during that individual writing time, people have written entire novels over the course of our time together. And like I said, I'll always have prompts for you if you're not sure what to write about. There'll always be some ideas. You'll never be sitting there staring at the wall wondering what to do. And I really, see this class as benefiting a lot of different kinds of students. And it's really a fun time. I think that a lot of students look at writing as an individual activity, and it is. But there is something really nice about being part of a writing group where we get together and we do these activities together, like the scary storytelling contest in the fall, or the poetry project in the spring for National Poetry Month. We get together, we share our work. If somebody writes a script, we might act it out, and just really try to use each other for support and to improve and to collaborate. And it's really always a really good experience for everybody. So I hope to see you next year, and think about taking Writers Workshop 1 and 2. If you have any questions, please send me an email at kpeterson@pmsd.org, or stop by room 233, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have about Writers Workshop. Have a great day.
Mr. Luciano here. Let's check out some Connect 4. Hey, why am I playing Connect 4? because this is the kind of stuff we program in my programming classes. Give you an idea of what we're talking about. Hey, where do you want to go? The middle's a good spot. Hey. So this is an example of stuff we do in Intro to Java and Advanced Java class. I ask the students where they want to program. Guess what they say? Let's program some cool games. But it doesn't just have to be games. Connect 4 is just one of the many things we do. We do some animated stuff. We do any programs that are realistic, like, we program a Magic 8 Ball. We always have to program some kind of like multiple choice quiz, like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire type game. People like to program that. You have all these fancy devices available to you. That smartphone of yours, wouldn't you like to know how it actually works? This stuff is not difficult to do. We have a half-year course called Intro to Java. We'd love to have you if you just want to like dabble in it. If you really want to learn some good stuff, Advanced Java is a full-year course. You can take it all year. You'll learn a lot of good stuff. We also offer 2 AP courses. If you're a junior or a senior, we'd love to have you in our AP courses. Sign up for computer science programming with Mr. Luciano. Here's what a typical day is. We do a logic problem every day together, get groups of students to work on logic, of course. Then we program, and programming is everyone together. We're talking, we're discussing it, we're on the computers, we're off the computers, we're figuring out how to program this stuff. But what's the best thing? When you're done programming it, you can play it. So this Connect 4 game, hey, let's have player 2 win. Maybe we'll do this, we'll go here. We'll have player 2 win right in the middle. And that's how this game works. If I showed you some of this code, you might sit here and be like, oh, I could never do that, Mr. Luciano. Here's Connect 4 right here. Here's the actual code that we write in class. I know it looks intimidating right now, but it's actually not difficult to do at all. If you look, what is Connect 4? Isn't it just a board that has 6 rows and 7 columns? That's what this code looks like right here. Hey, I can draw the board. How do I draw a Connect 4 board? Well, I can have a nice yellow background, and I can draw a big rectangle, and then I can draw big white, red, and black circles, ovals. Yes, I know it looks intimidating. It's not at all, people. We'll teach you how to do all this stuff. So if you're interested in learning how all of your devices work and you want to learn how to program and have some fun, sign up for some of the computer science classes here with Mr. Luciano at Pocono Mountain East.
wanted to tell you a little bit about Intro to Engineering. It's a really cool science elective. It's a Project Lead the Way course, which means it's a nationally recognized curriculum with a lot of really cool hands-on stuff. So hands-on is all about what engineering is about. But that being said, you do not need to be planning to become an engineer to really get a lot out of this class and to really enjoy the class. The only prerequisites required: completion of academic algebra 1 or algebra 1B. You don't need to, it helps to have a bit of a strong math background, but we don't do a ton of math in this particular engineering class. Okay, so really it's a lot of problem solving, a lot of creating things, even a little bit of taking things apart. There's a lot of fun hands-on stuff that we do. So among other things, you'll learn a little bit about how engineers use sketching, different kinds of sketching. You do not need to be as fabulously good at sketching as this person is, but you'll learn a little bit about engineers use different kinds of sketching to develop their ideas, to perfect their concepts, to communicate their designs. We'll also walk you through learning CAD. CAD stands for Computer Aided Drafting, and it's really cool. It's used in a lot of different fields, certainly not just engineering. So you'll learn a CAD program, and you'll create things in that CAD program that will allow you to 3D print some cool things. This is the kind of 3D printer. I have 2 of these in my room, Microbot Replicator Plus, with a lot of cool, colorful filament. We've really had a lot of fun printing out student designs in the class this year. So that's really a fun feature of this class as well. In addition to building things and putting things together and designing things and so on, you'll also get to take some things apart. Taking things apart, when you do it officially, is called reverse engineering. Sometimes engineers do that because they want to learn more about how something works. Maybe it's an older item that we don't have a manual for. We don't know what made it work. Sometimes they want to make it better. Sometimes spies want to, seriously, really, industrial spies want to copy something that somebody else has designed and made, possibly in another country or for a different industry. There are lots of reasons why people do reverse engineering. We'll do a little bit of that ourselves, but with no nefarious purposes in mind, just to have fun seeing how that works and finding out what's inside certain things. One of the cool things about Project Lead the Way, like I said, it's a nationally recognized curriculum. At the end of both the semesters, so of Intro to Engineering 1 and 2, when you've done a full year of the class, which can be split, by the way, it doesn't have to all be done within 1 year. But when you've completed both the semesters, you get a chance to take the Project Lead the Way test for that. If you get stressed with tests, do not stress about this. It's not something that you have to do well in order to pass the class. But if you pass the class and get a certain grade on the Project Lead the Way test that they create, I have nothing to do with creating it. It's sort of like an AP test in this sense. They create the test, they grade the test, and if you do well enough on the test, there are quite a number of colleges, universities who will accept that as an undergraduate credit. So it's one of the really cool features of these Project Lead the Way classes. Anyway, we've been having a lot of fun with this very hands-on, very project-oriented class. So it will be fun if you want to join us. Principles of Engineering is a really cool science elective that we offer. It is a Project Lead the Way course, which means it's a nationally recognized curriculum. A couple of main things I want to start off with. First of all, you do not need to be planning to become an engineer to really do well at this class and to really enjoy this class and find it interesting and useful. There are 2 ways in which you can meet the prerequisites for registering for this class. One is if you have completed the Introduction to Engineering 1 and 2, so both semesters of it, then you can register for Principles of Engineering. Or alternatively, you can have completed Algebra 1 or 1B and either have completed or be currently taking geometry. So one way or the other, there are a lot of really cool things that we learn about in this class. The curriculum's pretty fun, I have to say. So because there's not a huge amount of overlap in the concepts that we cover, in Intro to Engineering and Principles of Engineering. That's why we say you don't have to have completed the Intro to Engineering to really enjoy and get a lot out of this one. So one of the cool things that you learn a little bit of programming, actually a fair bit of programming. The language that we learn is Robot C, and we use it to program our robotic system. We have very cool robotic systems. It's the VEX Cortex, which is the newest version of their robotic system, and it's pretty awesome, I have to say. So first of all, the VEX system can be configured in a number of different ways. So you could, for example, build a vehicle with wheels and this claw arm, and you could create all sorts of other stuff too. It doesn't have to use the wheels. You can make pulleys, you can make whatever. There's a lot of different bells and whistles, LED lights, and I don't know, we have a ton of stuff that goes with this robotic system. And once you learn the Robot C, you sort of learn as you learn it, you get to do more and more with the robotic system. So it's very cool. The interface that's used is called the brain. That's this thing right here on the right. There's a touch screen on it. It also is capable of being programmed to have various images that can just sit still and be cute, like a snowman or something, or it can be animated to be like a street light that's programmed to go red and then green and so on, something like that. It can be attached to whatever you build, like the claw vehicle thing, with the VEX kit, and then it will program that vehicle to, say, go through a maze or to go until it hits something and then turn around, and whatever you want it to do, whatever you program it to do, it's capable of doing a lot of stuff. So it's a very, very cool newest version. Like I said, is a really cool robotic system. It's a lot of fun. So in addition to that, you'll learn about some of the power systems and energy systems that, not just used in engineering, used, in your everyday life. So hydraulic systems, electricity. We have a lot of fun hands-on materials to make learning about these really accessible and really fun. You also will use a number of different software programs. They're all free and can be used with Chromebooks. So one of the ones that you use is to design bridges, and you get to design a bridge. You get to decide what materials you're going to use for the different parts of your bridge, and then you get to drive a virtual truck over your bridge and see how well you did. If you did well, it survives the experience, and if not, then the truck goes spiraling down into the river below, and it's quite dramatic, and then you have to, fix whatever it is. So anyway, my point is, with the software, we really have fun learning a lot of different engineering concepts. It's a really cool class. So in addition, because it's a Project Lead the Way class, they create and basically we administer, but they create and grade the test. That it's not an AP class, but it's similar to an AP class in this way. They design the test, we don't see it, they grade it. One thing is, it in no way, how you do on the test in no way affects your grade for East High School, like your grade that I give you. But if you pass the class and pass the test with whatever grade they set as minimum, then there are a number of colleges and universities that will accept that as undergraduate credit. So it's just an extra little perk. You can get a little extra recognition. You can get accredited through Project Lead the Way. They also are offering a combination of AP and Project Lead the Way to get special recognition for students. So it's a really cool option. It's a really fun class. It would be fun if you could join us. Meteorology is all about the weather. So there's a lot of cool weather that happens on this planet of ours. And that's what we learn about, basically. So it includes various types of wild weather, but what causes it? So to understand about how weather works, we need to learn more about Earth's atmosphere, the layers in the atmosphere, and sort of what's found up there, how that affects our climate, our weather. Most of our weather occurs close to Earth. All of our weather, in fact, pretty much appears close to Earth in the troposphere. So we learn about what's happening in that troposphere, different kinds of clouds, what makes those clouds form, what kind of weather could you predict if you saw a certain kind of a cloud. So the clouds that you see in the sky, actually, if you know what you're looking for, it can tell you a lot about the likelihood, what kind of weather we're likely to get in the next 24 to 48 hours. And it's fun to learn about the different kinds of clouds and be able to identify them. But in addition, we don't just depend on looking at the clouds. We also, we have a lot of really cool technology that helps us predict the weather. So you might not realize this, but on the roof of the East Junior High building, there is in fact a weather station that sends information. It's continuously updates. It sends information online and you can access it. So we have a source of monitoring the weather, seeing what's going on with the weather, including things that will let us predict the weather a little better, about as close as we can get, right there at the building that's actually part of the high school, right? It's above the H wing, basically. So cool technology we'll learn more about, as well as seeing what our own weather station provides for us. You learn about fronts, what they are, how they behave, what they do, and also really cool weather features like the polar vortex, the dreaded polar vortex. So heat waves, different kinds of things like that. So we cover a lot of fun things. We do some hands-on projects. It's a semester class, and it's a lot of fun. Astronomy is the study of space. It's what is out there besides just our own planet. We learn a little bit about our planet, but we learn a lot more about everything else that's out there. So what's in our solar system? Other planets, asteroids, dwarf planets, the sun, things like that, meteorites, meteor showers. Then we also learn about other galaxies and stars and constellations. You'll get to learn how to recognize some constellations because that's a really fun part of astronomy for sure. You learn about exoplanets, what's outside of our own solar system. So exo, think exterior, it's planets that are found outside of our solar system around other stars. There are a lot of exoplanets that scientists are finding more and more of them. It's pretty exciting what's going on in discoveries in space. And we learn about some of these discoveries in this class. So among other exciting things are all the missions that NASA and other space exploration agencies are sending up into space. Many of them, most of them, are around our own solar system, but some of them actually go further afield and leave our solar system and are learning about things elsewhere as well. So one of the coolest new things is the new Mars rover and Mars helicopter. They are, as I make this video, they are due to land there soon. So we're learning more about our own solar system, the sun and different planets, including, Pluto and asteroids and dwarf planets and so on all the time because of these different missions that are ongoing. It's pretty cool. There's some really neat things that are happening in space. One of the amazing things happening in space, actually in the lower part of space, up fairly high in our atmosphere, is the International Space Station, which at all times for the last quite a number of years now has got astronauts. It's an international space station, so they've got astronauts from the US, from Russia, from different places, and they live in that middle area where there's a pressurized area where astronauts can safely live for a little while. It's all powered by those amazing solar arrays, and it orbits the Earth once every 90 minutes. It's quite an amazing feat of engineering and technology, and it's pretty cool. So we'll learn about things like that. And also we'll talk about, is there any possibility of life elsewhere on other planets or moons? And also, would it be possible for us to set up a colony somewhere else? Scientists are definitely working on the technology that would be needed to do that. So we'll learn about some of the cool technology that's going on. You'll get to use your imaginations and picture what you think a colony on another planet or moon could look like. And you can have fun learning about all the cool stuff in space and constellations, especially. I think it's all the students seem to really enjoy learning about constellations. So you can get a little more familiar with our night sky and learn a little bit more about the amazingness of all that space that's out there.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Newlander, here to talk to you about the exciting elective of human anatomy. If you're interested in medicine, like becoming a doctor, a nurse, a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, or if you just generally like to learn about the human body and you enjoy the sciences, then anatomy might be the right course for you. You just need to pass biology as a prerequisite for the course. We cover a wide array of information about the human body, including the musculoskeletal system, the neuroendocrine system, the cardiovascular system, the respiratory system, digestive system, and the immune system, just to name a few. We do lots of different kinds of activities in class to help you learn and to help you to succeed. I try to make the assignments beneficial for you so that if you're going into college to study the sciences, you'll have some of the same kinds of experiences you'd have while you're in college. We do things like projects. So, for example, making models of the skeletal system joints out of garbage. We do a variety of different labs. We also do dissections and research on particular diseases to learn some more information about the human body and how it works. So if you're interested in the sciences, if you're interested in the human body, then consider taking human anatomy. Have a great day. Hello, it's Mrs. Newlander here to tell you about AP Biology with my friend, the DNA molecule. In order to enroll in AP Biology, you must have completed biology already, and you should either have completed chemistry or be taking chemistry concurrently with biology. These are the topics that are covered in the course as set by the College Board to be aligned with a freshman biology course. The topics that we cover would allow you to potentially test out a freshman year biology lab and lecture. So we cover a wide variety of topics in the biological sciences. It's helpful in order to be successful in AP Biology to have some important characteristics such as a strong work ethic because you will be completing college level work. You should also be motivated and want to learn about the content that we're covering in class. So having an enthusiastic spirit is also helpful in being successful in the course and helping you to stay on top of your assignments and be excited about the content that we're learning. There is a lot of math in the course as well. So having some good math skills so that you can do the statistical analysis, as well as the variety of different kinds of calculations that we have to complete is also pretty helpful. There's a variety of different kinds of assessments that we use, and all of the assessments are designed to help you have the college experience that this course will prepare you for. So we complete a variety of different labs as we cover the content, some different types of projects. We discuss the content and work collaboratively on assignments, and then we also do a bit of test prep so that you can be successful on the AP exam. The benefits of taking AP Biology are to learn a lot about biology, to learn a lot of details that you didn't cover in your freshman or sophomore bio class, to develop skills that will help you to be successful not only in the biological sciences, but also to help you develop skills that will help you in life in general and in your college experiences in the future. And then, of course, the greatest benefit for most students is the potential to earn college credit while you're here in school. So passing that AP Bio exam successfully so that you don't have to pay for it in college is also a really great benefit of taking an AP course. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them, or you could talk to your guidance counselor, and I hope you have a great day.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ms. Vinciquera. I'm here today to tell you all about the wonderful and fun family consumer science classes we have here at the East High School. For 9th through 12th grade, we offer Foods of the World 1 and Foods of the World 2. If you want to learn to cook, if you already know how to cook and you want to just get a little more experience, take Foods of the World 1 and 2. In Foods of the World 1, we do some competitions, cupcake wars, food truck challenges, Chopped. In Foods of the World 2, you're going to study about all the different countries and cultures and prepare some great, delicious dishes from those countries. In Creative Fashion 1 and Creative Fashion 2, you're going to learn how to hand sew. You're going to learn how to sew on the sewing machine. We make a bunch of different projects. If you go down to room 246, you can check out some of those projects. We do some community service. We do fashion shows. It's a lot of fun. So that's Creative Fashion 1 and 2. You don't have to have any prior sewing knowledge to take that class. In Child Development, we have Child Development 1, Level 2, and Level 3. In Child Development 1, we do a lot of group and individual projects. You learn about the development of children. You get to take home our Real Care baby. Learn all about how children grow and how they develop. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. Child Development 2 and Child Development 3 work with our preschool students. We offer Cardinal's Nest preschool to 3 to 5-year-olds, and my high school students We'll write the lessons, create the activities, and actually teach them to the preschoolers when they're here. I can't say enough about all of our family consumer science classes. Again, Foods of the World 1 and 2, Creative Fashion 1 and 2, and Child Development 1, 2, and 3. I look forward to seeing you all having some fun in our family consumer science classes.
Hello, my name is Mr. Anglada, and I'm here to introduce a fantastic physical education elective here at Pocono Mountain East. The course is called Conflict Responses, Self-Awareness Enhancement, and Self-Protection Skills. What is this course all about? What does this course have to offer? And who would be interested in taking this course? This is a self-defense course that offers students a quality education and connects the mind and body. How do you know if this course is for you? Well, are you interested in learning about history, culture, and philosophy of martial arts? Do you want to learn how to become less distracted and remain safe in public? Do you want to learn more about situational awareness skills and how to prevent an attack? Do you want to learn about criminology, study who commits crimes and why? Do you want to learn how to be more confident and increase your self-esteem? Are you interested in a career in the military, FBI, CIA, or DEA? Are you interested in becoming a lawyer, a police officer, or a corrections officer? Are you interested in studying boxing, Muay Thai, kickboxing, and karate? Are you interested in studying judo, jiu-jitsu, grappling, sambo, and wrestling? Do you want to learn how to meditate and cultivate peace of mind? Are you interested in making new friends, having fun, and training? Well, look no further. This course is for you. Which grades can you begin your studies? Students can begin studying the Conflict Responses, Self-Awareness Enhancement, and Self-Protection Skills course at grade 10. There are different sections of the course. You can take section level 1, level 2, and even an internship. Well, I look forward to seeing you next year, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you.
Hi, this is Mr. Haynes, and I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of an elective you will be able to take for the upcoming school year, history through sports and cultural events. Now, these are just some of the possible things we can study. I really want to build this class around the student interest. So just a couple of things we probably will take a look at are starting with the ancient Greece Olympics, talking about the society around that time period, talking about stadium construction and the architecture around the stadiums, and moving to, but again, this isn't exhaustive, we'll look at the 1936 Olympic Games, which were held in Germany. Adolf Hitler helped run these games, so it obviously had a huge impact on the world, and we'll take a look at that impact. The first time the Olympic Games were held in a third world country was in 1968 with the Mexico City Games, and this is my favorite picture in history. So we'll take a look at this picture, take a look at our time period, what was going on in the U.S., and relate it back to this image right here, which changed these gentlemen's lives, all three of them actually, for a very long time period. So we'll take a look at and a deep dive into this image. Also important are the Munich Games in '72, turned bloody with Palestinian terrorists storming the Olympic Village and killing Israeli athletes. Also in '72, you have a civil rights movement with religious protests, and as it is known as Bloody Sunday, 13 unarmed civil rights demonstrators were shot dead by British Army paratroopers. U2 made a song out of this incident, so we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at the music behind it. Moving into probably the last Olympic Games we would take a look at is the 1980 Olympics in Lake Placid, and the Miracle on Ice, as it is known as, and a film was done to replicate what happened in this event. So U.S. college kids essentially beat Soviet Union ice hockey players. It was a ideal ending or victory in the Cold World. And it's just an interesting tale on how a bunch of U.S. college kids end up beating grown Soviet Union men. To some of the other cultural things we'll look at are Underground Railroad songs, coded songs containing words to give directions on how to escape, also known as signal songs, or where to meet up at, as also known as map songs. To more of a look at modern day sports, so we'll take a look at how business is run in the sporting world. We'll link the economy to professional sports. We'll look at contracts, contract law in relation to sports and athletes, and we'll look at the impact of what sports bring to local areas. Baltimore being one of the cities we'll really study with renewing rundown areas, and bringing sports into cities helps change the scope of what the immediate area looks like. I really want to build a unique curriculum around your interests and wants to learn. So if you are interested in sports and or cultural events, please sign up for History Through Sports and Cultural Events.